What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Cool Ty. I'm back again. It's been a few weeks since San Diego Comic-Con. I had an absolute blast. I enjoyed the entire week being in San Diego, which is what I usually do anyway. But I wanted to show you guys what my comic book haul is. You know, normally I'm a big signature hound. I love going and getting signatures, and I usually take a lot of books with me. But this time, I decided that I'm going to take very few books and I'm going to buy most of the books that I want from there. So I try to go to different places. I like my guys, J Company. They always have the great variants. They also have a lot of great and amazing dollar books, which you'll see some here. I go to just various different vendors there at the show that I just have frequented for years since I've been going, and they just know me. We always have a good time. We chat it up. I also got to see my boy Henri, and I will put his book up in the video so you can see it. I love his books. Amazing story about a Korean Navy story. It's about a Navy captain. Book is beautiful, written amazingly. You know, Henri did an amazing job writing it. The artist did an amazing job drawing it. I'll make sure I show that to you, and I'll do my best to try to put a link up in there. Actually, I'll link it to Henri, and he can message it and put a link up in there for everybody else. But I wanted to show you guys my comic book haul. I do have quite a few books that I want to show you guys. And with that being said, we're just gonna hop right into this thing, right? So I'm gonna pull out some first books. I got to see my boy Sanford Green and David Walker. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to see them together, just at various times. So I ended up getting myself my Bitterroot #1, signed by Sanford Green. This is one of the variant covers. I actually have number 11 in there. That's turned around the other way. Let's see if I can slide that bad boy out real quick for you. And this is number 11, one of the regular covers, also signed by Sanford Green. Beautiful cover. And if you have not been reading Bitterroot, which means you might be one of the very few, you are absolutely positively missing a really, really good story. So we're going to stick with that, and we're going to go to some David Walker. And of course, I got a pretty large set of Naomi books signed. So I got multiple copies. I ended up going to one of his panels. He kind of had a table. I think he was at DC signing, but then he didn't really have a booth. So I ended up catching him at the end of a panel, and he was very gracious, like he always is, to sign books. Actually, he was at a panel with Steam, which is a new individual that I met who writes a comic strip out of, I believe, Seattle. Very wonderful lady, and just great stuff. Again, more of my Naomi, all signed by David Walker. Great story as well. I really like it. The TV show was really good. I think they were really reaching for that between, I like to call them, teeny bopper, between preteen audience. But I like the story a lot, so I was really happy with that. I am also a very big Something is Killing the Children, so I ended up getting this book. As you can see, it is the John Boy Mayer variant, so it is signed by John Boy Mayer and James Tynion. Did I say that right? Beautiful cover, like my Something is Killing the Children. I also ended up getting these beautiful Niobe books. Did I say that right? Yeah, Niobe. These books I already have, but I didn't have them signed. So I ended up grabbing these, and these were signed by Sebastian Jones and Daryl May. And of course, I had to get the beautiful foil Virgin cover. Beautiful book. I like that. She actually looks like a cousin of mine. I also think she looks like I'm horrible with names, everybody, anyway. And I got Tales of I think it's Tales of Asunder #2, the David Mack variant cover, also signed by the same people. Love that book. I did get some, always have to pick up a few copies of Amazing Spider-Man. So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 26. This is the death of Kamala Khan, as we all know, has been resurrected as a mutant. So I ended up getting a few copies of these signed by Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr., but the ones that are double signed have already been submitted to PGX for grading, and when they come back, I will make sure you guys get a look at that unboxing as well. And of course, my man, Ryan Ottley. I have to admit, not a big fan of Ryan Ottley on Spider-Man, but Love is Invincible. But his Spider-Man, I was like, it's okay. It did. I don't. Maybe I was just too big on his Invincible that when he jumped to this title, I don't know. Sometimes something about it didn't wow me. Okay. I ended up also getting this beautiful foil virgin variant of World Tree. Bam! Look at that. I actually bought two of these. These things are, everybody wants these. These things are going for a lot, actually. So this is one that I did not get signed, but I also got a second one that I did get signed by the cover artist in Hug Lee and James Tynion. So, and again, that book has already been submitted to PGX for grading. Maybe I need to do a video on like my top 10 new comic book artists, because this is one who I just love his art. This is Steven Segovia. Love this dude's art. Wildcats #1. That's his signature right there. He did Incredible Hulk. He's done quite a few books. Another good creator that I like is Carlo Pagulayan. Just really good. So these two guys here, just murder it all day long. And another one of my really, really favorite brand new artists that I've been turned on to is Pepe Larraz and his X of Swords. I started reading the book not knowing who the artist was. The story is good, of course. I like Hickman's run on all of this stuff, but his art, Pepe Larraz's art, is just wow, just really takes me. So I got a few of his, and again, these are books that I bought there at the show. I think, yeah, these came from the actual show floor. And so you can see there it is again, Pepe Larraz, have him sign that, X of Swords, X-Men. And I also got from him some of his Avengers run, which I also bought from the convention floor. There's Uncanny Avengers, number 16, like that cover. I also got is that Avengers No Surrender? But these are all like, stories within stories. That is number 690. And I got the variant cover also for number 690, also signed by the cover artist in Hug Lee and Pepe Larraz. So that's the variant cover of Avengers No Surrender. I like that. It's a beautiful cover. And I also ended up picking up some random issues that I didn't even know both people were actually there. So it was actually a really good thing. So I got Extreme Venomverse, and this is signed by Ken Lashley, who is just, he's amazing, great artist, love his stuff. And newcomer writer David Paposi. He was new. He was there. I didn't know he was writing the book. So I had to grab it and have him to sign. I got a few of those also. And of course, well, not of course, I shouldn't say that. I got this beautiful Hellions cover, and Zeb Wells wrote it, and Jay Anacleto. Yep, Anacleto, excuse me. He did the cover. I always love him. He sits with Philip Tan. I always get Philip Tan's signature on something. Dude, Philip Tan stuff is just, where's my Philip Tan book? His stuff is just good. I always like it. This is Philip Tan's Red Goblin. Beautiful cover. He didn't do the interiors, but he did the cover. Philip Tan's Spawn. Yes. If you don't own it, wow, you're missing out for real. So that was a good Philip Tan. And I also met a new guy, Casara, Joshua Casara, and I got him to sign my. I bought these there on the premises of San Diego Comic-Con on the floor. So this is X-Force, beautiful cover. I like it. I like the squid, really, really nice. The next set of books all came from, these are Spawn books. I like my Spawn. I'm trying to keep that. I'm trying to make sure that I get that entire run. I have pretty much all of it. I might be missing a few issues here and there, but I'll figure it out. But I couldn't miss it. I've been really digging this guy's artwork for a while. This is another one of the new artists that I really like. And I say new because he's new to me in my collection. He's not someone, wasn't a regular of someone that I was buying. But this is Carlo Barberi, his run of Spawn, which is, dude just killed it. So I got that Spawn number 338, 316. Love that. Ooh, look at that. Something about Spawn and those wings, when they put those angel wings on him, boy, look at here. It makes me go crazy. I like it. 332, beautiful, iconic Spawn and the guns and the chains stance. I like that. And Todd McFarlane was there. He had a ticket line. I was very busy. I never got a chance to get in line, but I've also met him many times, and I have a lot of McFarlane signatures, so I'm good if I didn't get him this time. So it's all good. Also another Spawn, beautiful, beautiful cover. You know, one thing I actually missed, something I really wanted, was to get a glow-in-the-dark cover and put on the wall. So like all day long, it's just sucking in light. And then when nighttime, when you turn the lights out, they just glow. I still think I'm going to do that. I'm going to find as many glow-in-the-dark covers that I can and put on the wall. This would be a beautiful glow-in-the-dark cover. I would really love that. And what Todd McFarlane is doing, and let me make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. On August, let me find my calendar here. On August the 23rd, Todd McFarlane will be having a special Whatnot sale going on, where he actually took his image booth. He's actually going to cut all of the panels of different characters from his image booth wrap, you know, the booth wrap, and he's going to sign, do some remarks, and he's going to sell all that stuff on Whatnot. I think some of it will be for charity, some will be for, because he's Todd McFarlane and he can sell his own stuff. So that's what he's going to do with his booth wrap. And I'm guessing because it's time for a brand new refresh booth wrap. You know, sometimes we go to these shows and people have booth wraps, and it's been the same booth wrap for, 10, 12, 15 years, and they're changing. J. Scott Campbell had a new booth wrap. I really liked it. He also had a new, bigger, amazing booth, which I thought was really cool. He usually have a booth over in Artist Alley. Now he had one in the main middle section, so it was really cool. Another Carlo Barberi. I'm telling you, I think I got every Carlo Barberi Spawn issue that he did signed. I didn't get, and Deadpool, but I didn't get a lot of Deadpool. But here's another Spawn. This is number 335. Beautiful book, like that. Again, I'm telling you, here's number 337. Another 337. I'll submit some of these for grading. Here's a variant. Well, I guess those were this is the variant to 337. Those were the A covers. I think this is the B cover. And I know it because there's the certificate of authenticity on the back. So this is B cover. And this one will say, no, that's a B cover too. So I have two different variant B covers. Here's again Spawn number 3. Here's another one, 337. 338, pardon me, 338. I think that's David Mack cover. Cover's kind of so-so. I like him all buffed up and beefy. And I also picked up some Carlo Barberi Deadpool. I don't have many of these left because these already sold. A lot of these things I got doubles of so that I could have some of my own and put in some of my mystery boxes. So if you are looking for a mystery box that has any of the titles that you're going to see me here, make sure you connect with me at comicbookhitlist@yahoo.com, or you could go on to IG. You can find me there under the same name, Comic Book Hit List. and you can put in your order for a beautiful and amazing uh, beautiful and amazing mystery box. And you can choose your own titles, you can choose your own characters, you can choose your own company, and your mystery box will be built based off of your want list. I don't put a lot of fluff and a lot of frilly, frou-frou stuff in it. I put the titles, the characters, the companies that you want, that you ask for. And that's what sets me apart. And most of the people who buy my stuff, some do resell. That's okay. But most of the people who buy my mystery boxes are adding to their own personal collection. This is Gwenverse, and this was a new artist who I had never met before as well. This was David Nakayama, and wait till you see the stack that I got from him. And a lot of those books for him, they already sold. So I had to go back to the booth and buy a lot more because people really liked it. So that was Gwenverse number 4, and here is his Catwoman cover, which is just absolutely beautiful. Now, here's the thing. I don't like getting books signed for the cover artist only. That part is something I'm not really into. However, the writers of both of these books, Tim Seeley, I think I'll get a chance to see, and Fuentes, I think I might see those two at a few different cons before the year is out to get another signature. But I personally do everything in my power not to buy books from cover artists only, because I want to see everything. Like I want their interiors as well. Same thing as this one. This is another David Nakayama got him to sign the cover. This is actually a pretty sick Wolverine versus Doom, and this is the new Midnight Suns title number 2. I thought that was pretty sweet. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Oh, and Scott Snyder was there, who again I've met many times, really cool dude. And I picked up a few copies of, wow, look at that, Dark Knight Metal. Baby. And if you haven't read this story is really good. I picked up 2 copies of the regular copy and the variant copy number 4, and both signed by Scott Snyder. It's a great book, great story. I love it all. They really took that and ran with it, and it went on and on and on and on and on. Also, blast from the past, bam, I got a Silver Surfer annual. Forgot what annual number this is. Here we go. Silver Surfer annual number 3, and it is signed by my boy Ron Lim. I walked up to him. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, we haven't seen each other for a while. When I lived in the Bay Area, I'd see him a lot. He lived up in that Northern California area, so we both got to see each other quite a bit at different things and shows and signings. Ron Lim also did I'm a teacher. Ron Lim also did can't remember what character, Captain America. He did a Captain America comic book for students that was given out to schools. And I had to give him a copy because he didn't have a copy. So my Silver Surfer annual number 3, signed by Ron Lim. That's beautiful. Like that book. And I got, a lot of things have been going on about Tom King's Supergirl. So again, I had already purchased these books. These are 2 that I actually took with me to the show. I bought these. I probably bought these somewhere on one of the Facebook groups when they have their big dollar sales. I try to buy a lot of books because I try not to buy too many books monthly because, whole lot of things going on. And so I got number 2 and number 3 of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, signed by Tom King. I have not read that story yet, but I will be picking up the trade, reading the first one. Another new writer that I discovered, and she did the Miss Marvel stories where Miss Marvel was teaming up, kind of like a Miss Marvel team up, but she teamed up with Wolverine. So this is Jody Hauser. And Jody Hauser also did the Princess Leia one-shot Star Wars book for Marvel. And those books, almost dropped that one. Those books have already sold. And again, I actually had more books, but a lot of books sold before I even left San Diego because I was selling double. I bought doubles was turning around and putting them in mystery boxes and putting them up for sale. And people who couldn't make it to the show, they bought some, and I kept the set for myself. Here's another one. This is Miss Marvel and Moon Knight. Yeah. And so that, I got to tell you, that David Nakayama, boy, I tell you, people love his books. Like, wow, simply blew me away. And I hadn't picked up anything from him prior. And so the next story is, I have to admit, I have been buying pretty much everything this team has been doing. This is, I don't have the full run of this, but this is Tom King and Mitch Gerard. This is Strange Adventures, Adam Strange story. So that's number 9, and this is number 11. So I have picked up, the first thing I picked up from this team was Mr. Miracle, and I just absolutely love that Mr. Miracle story. Boy, it's really good. So I'm excited about reading those books. I also picked up, just by fluke accident in the dollar bin, I picked up Genlock by Carlo Barberi as well. Beautiful. Look at that variant cover. That's to number 1. Yep. And here's the regular cover, number 1, also signed by Carlo Barberi. And yeah, Carlo, he just was a cool dude. I enjoyed meeting him. I enjoyed talking with him. He just had really cool dude. I just got to say, just absolutely positively really cool dude. And again, I was losing my mind buying pretty much everything I could put my hands on from him. Next is, finally got to meet Peach Momoko, and that crazy chaotic thing that happened at her booth in New York Comic Con definitely did not happen here in San Diego, or there in San Diego. Her line was very much under control. We got through the line very quickly, got through the line in less than 40 minutes, opened it back up so more people could come in and get more signatures when she was signing with a very nice print that she was signing with her and Stan Sakai that they collabed on. Very cool person. They had the line really very much so in order. In the morning you go in, she gave away, I think it was like maybe 200, 300 tickets for the whole day with a time on it. You come back during your time, and if you got like the golden ticket, you got a sketch. So these are my Peach Momoko books. Love Thor. I'm a big Thor fan ever since Jason Aaron, J. Michael Straczynski started writing him. Matt Fraction, definitely the J. Michael Straczynski. Whew, his Thor was just amazing. So here I have the Peach Momoko variant cover for Thor number 31. Like that book. And now I have a bunch of Demon Wars and Demon Days. So this is Demon Wars, Shield of Justice, signed by Peach Momoko. This is number 1. And so all the next few books will be my books that are signed by Peach Momoko. And again, some of these books, my other sets have already been submitted for grading. Did I send a few? Yeah, I think I sent maybe 2 or 3. I can't remember. If not, there'll be more time later. Here's Demon Days, Rising Storm. Beautiful Thor cover like that. Here is Demon Days, Cursed Web. Another beautiful Peach Momoko cover. Here is Demon Days, Mariko. Beautiful cover, like that. So I lived in Japan for years. And so when I met Peach Momoko, I was able to actually talk to her and her, I guess it was her assistant, her aide, or whoever was working with her. We got to speak in Japanese a little bit. She was really surprised. I said, girl, I'm Black and Japanese. No, I'm just joking. And this is something I didn't even know she did. Oh my goodness. Something I didn't even know she did. I found this in, boy, do you not, you two stop. You hear, those are the rabbits. Those are my rabbits back there acting up. They don't want to go to sleep tonight. They must hear my voice. They want to get out. So I was at a comic book store in San Diego. I can't remember the name of it. And they had a bunch of They had a nice little dollar bin section. They had a nice little variant cover section. They were doing a Comic-Con sale. It was going to be like 50% off all their variants, no matter what ratio it was. I just couldn't believe it. It was crazy sale going on. But I didn't know that she did a black, white, and red Darth Vader book, because Marvel does the black, white, and red for various characters. But I didn't know she actually did the cover for this, and she has interior. So I bought a few of these. This is really beautiful. That's nice. I like that. And of course, I have to say, probably my big pickup this year at Comic-Con was getting to meet David Nakayama and all of his amazing, beautiful covers. I mean, just feast your eyes on this. Look at that. Shorty bringing the funk with the powerful stance and the spear, looking all beautiful with that afro. You do it, girl. And of course, bring in the beautiful Storm. I like that, kind of like a really comic book type cover on that one. Beautiful cover of Storm. And then I have another one. This is Storm, like, girl, slow it down, slow it down. Beautiful David Nakayama story. I mean, cover, just beautiful piece of art. So those I'm gonna hold on to, because I'm gonna get those signed. Or I should say, second signed. And all of my amazing Spider-Man David Nakayama. Most of these things sold before I even left the floor. I was buying them for friends, and people like, "Ooh, get me a set, get me a set." He had a really good deal on it. I think the deal was buy two, get one free, all of the same cover. I mean, the same ones. Or if you got the virgin covers, which I'll show you, if you got the virgin covers, then you got the same deal. I think it was like buy whatever the virgin covers were. It's buy two, get one free. So as you can see, I was definitely trying to pick up those beautiful virgin covers. Just beautiful books, all signed by David Nakayama. And of course, I got to get my Miles Morales Amazing Spider-Man number 23. That's just a beautiful cover. I think I bought like 4 of these things, and everybody was like, "Get me one, get me one." So I bought a lot of people some covers. And of course, love my Star Wars Obi-Wan. Just simply beautiful. If I was a print person, I would be wanting to buy a print in everything, but I don't buy prints. I'm not a big print person. I have a few, but I'm just not into them. I would prefer to get myself an original piece, an original page, or a little sketch or something. And here's the Yoda cover. I think it's Yoda number 1. Can't remember. Number 1 or number 2. I can't remember. Or I could be way off. Let's check. This is Yoda number number 1. I was right. Yoda number 1 variant cover, David Nakayama. And he also did have a. Can't remember what issue it is, but he had a San Diego Comic-Con Virgin exclusive, which was another edition of a book that previously had come out. And this is Mercy. This is the Mercy book from Image. And this is by Mirka and Dolfo, who I saw this book and I saw this name and I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? And it was because she was sitting next to, who was she sitting next to? Zeb Wells, I think it was. And I kept looking at the name thinking I know it, but she did the Mercy book from Image. So I got 2 actually, Virgin variants of Mercy number 4. That's beautiful. And that's her signature right there. So those are all my books. When I get my PGX submission back, I will do an unboxing of all of those amazing, beautiful books from San Diego Comic-Con. And I also put in a few other books that I picked up from, I think, a different show, maybe 2 or 3 books from a different show. And I also ended up getting an Amazing Spider-Man number 9, I think it was, is the first Riri Williams. I got a copy of that, so I submitted that for grading. And so once I get those books back, I'll do an unboxing. But hey, I just wanted to show you guys what my haul was from San Diego Comic-Con 2023. It was an amazing show. We missed the actors, we missed the writers, but I do have to tell you, it was a lot of focus on the comic book and the comic book dealers and the comic book artists and writers and creators. So it was very refreshing to see so many people down there buying comic books, because it is a comic book show, but it has completely been changed, and including all of the movie theaters and production houses and animation and you know, makeup artists and things like that, which is great. Listen, love it. Also, big shout out to all of my cosplayers, because you guys are some of the most creative, beautiful people out there, because your cosplay is just amazing. I am floored by some of the images and some of the pictures that that came out of San Diego with all the amazing cosplay, with all the amazing cosplayers, whatever you call it. Anyway, that's my haul from San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Thank you guys for joining. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, share, help me reach higher heights of subscribers, and I appreciate that. We are going to get to some giveaways. So if you look at my IG comic book hit list, you'll see that there are sales going on. If you email me at comicbookhitlist@yahoo.com, I can send you out some of the flyers and the mystery boxes that I have going on. I think there's a Flash mystery box to commemorate the Flash movie. There is a Spider-Man to commemorate the Spider-Man movie, into the Spider-Verse movie that came out. So there's always some type of theme mystery box going on. And right now, almost all of these books, not all of them, almost all of these books are for sale in mystery boxes or individually. All you have to do, send me a message at comicbookhitlist@yahoo.com, and I will shoot you out prices and all those other good things. Or you can just grab yourself a mystery box of all the titles you saw here. Let me build you a mystery box, send it to you, and you know you will get amazing books such as the ones that you've seen here. So thank you guys very much for joining me. I appreciate it. I do have some great new interviews coming up. If you like the comic book Delta Dogs, Vonell, he's the creator, writer of Delta Dogs. Please go out and pick those books up. I'm going to be interviewing him. I have a few more people. Let's see. Charles Soleil, I'm working on an interview with him. Ron Wilson, working on an interview with him. Who was the other? Oh, Sebastian Jones from Stranger Comics, who did the Niobe books, the interview with him coming up as well. So I am putting together all of these things, and I got to get them all done during this summertime, during this next month or two, because after that, it'll be back to my regular job, and it just takes over all the things that I do. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the books that I showed you. Keep collecting, keep buying stuff, keep building your hobby, and just enjoy everything you do. It's almost time to vote. Go vote. Make sure you are registered to vote so we can vote, so we can make sure we get the right people in the office to do the right thing. Remember the Constitution. Let's focus in on it. Let's do what the Constitution says. Anyway, with that being said, peace out. Have a good one.